Hi, Catherine. My name
Hi.
is Miss Wright. Before we get started, I do want to go ahead and let you know that everything that we discuss will be kept confidential. But I am a mandated reporter. What that means is that I will be required to report if anything in regards to you causing hurt or harm to yourself or others. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, what brings you in today?
Um, well, I wanted to talk about basically just me wanting to be a little more spiritual and also bringing that to my kids, like going to church every Sunday and all
Okay.
that.
So, being spiritual. What does being spiritual look like to you?
Well, being like practicing your religion. So, for example, I grew up with my parents, you know, not practicing. So we would not go to church every Sunday, but we would do like the big events, you know.
Okay.
Um, but we were Catholic, or I grew up Catholic, and recently I've gone to a Christian church that I
Mm-hmm.
really like, and I'm feeling guilty.
Okay. And are you feeling guilty because you grew up Catholic? Is that what it is?
Yeah, like I'm not being loyal.
Okay. So you feel your thought process, you're thinking that you're not loyal because you're going to a Christian church and you grew up Catholic.
Right.
Okay. And why do you believe that that isn't loyal?
Well, because so as a Christian, my understanding is, you know, they don't believe in saints.
Okay.
And as Catholics, I know that I was raised believing in saints. And I have like my times where I pray not to God but to a saint or to
Mm-hmm.
like the Virgin Mary, you know. My dad was really devoted to her, so it may be also just not being loyal to my dad. I don't know.
Okay. All right. And you know that as just being a human, like it's okay for us to do things differently, right? Um, every religion, they're different. Um, some people practice Catholic, some people are Christian, and it's all about how you choose to practice. Um, just because you were a child and you practiced, you were brought up being Catholic doesn't mean that you cannot change that. It's okay to change. Um, you don't have to. That's not something that you're mandated to do. It's not something that you have to do. But you mentioned something about your dad. Can
Mm-hmm.
you go into detail about that a little bit?
Mm, well, he passed away 2 years ago, and I know he was like super devoted to like the Virgin Mary, and so we always grew up like praying to her,
Okay.
or you know, we always had like a little sanctuary up for her, and you know, that was just that was just us, and it was, you know, there's a day like a holiday that's devoted just to her, and so we'd go to church and you know have like a dinner and stuff. So I guess I'll miss that. I don't know.
Okay. So do you think that practicing the Catholic religion would make your dad happy, or do you think that that would matter to him? Is that another
Um,
reason why you're holding on to that?
no, no, and yes. I mean, I wouldn't. I think I've come to terms, you
Mm-hmm.
know, with him not being here,
Okay.
but I still hold on tight to like the memory of him.
Mm-hmm.
So me not being involved in some of the things that he did would be starting to let go of his memory.
Okay.
So
And that could be an opening with the new church that you're going to, just involving yourself and your family in different activities and making new memories. That could be
mm-hmm.
something different. It's not that you're taking away the thought of your dad or erasing him. You're just replacing those memories with positive, with new memories.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be another reassurance of letting you know, like, this is okay. Like, it's okay to try something new. It's okay to do something different, especially if it's something that you and your family like.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess I'm just scared. I'm scared to deviate from the norm, you know.
Okay. And that's normal sometimes. We get scared when we're doing something different. That's
Yeah.
normal. It's all a part of life. Change is hard for a lot of people. Change can be scary. But being able to change and go through that change is the good part about it. Like being able to go through it and know and say that I was able to change or I was able to try something new. That's the good part. Because the reality of it is like, how do you know what comes from change if you don't change?
Mm-hmm.
So, what activities have you guys got involved with? Have you guys got involved with any activities at the new church?
So, I mean, I just feel like it works with my family because what we go and it's in English, and so I'm bilingual, so I speak Spanish, you know, but my kids don't.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a pros and cons, I guess, like of my experiences. So with this Christian church, like we're able to go and they get to go to a daycare and interact with kids their age and do, you know, child activities without having that added pressure of them having to act like little adults when they're not. I mean, they're 5 and 3. They're not going to sit still or not talk or, you know. And I know in the Catholic Church it's viewed as disrespectful, but I'm not the parent that's going to be like dogmatic about it or like rigid to the point where like I'm going to be upset at my kids for not sitting still in church. No, I'm just going to remove myself from the situation because my kids need something different, you know?
So overall, going to this new church has been a positive outcome for your entire family.
It has mainly my son Evan. Like he'll wake up and he'll be like, "Can we go to church?
Okay.
Or is it Sunday?" Or on Friday he'll say, "Okay, Mom, just like we're gonna wait Saturday, and then Sunday we're gonna wake up and we're gonna go to church." You know.
And how does that make you feel? What are your thoughts about that when he's telling you? He's showing his excitement for going to church.
Right. So it's definitely motivating. Like, you know, I'm tired. I work all week and then I've got school. So it definitely motivates me to get out the house and, you know, to have something positive and engaging. So that's good. But at the same time, again, like I said, it makes me feel like I'm not being loyal to, like, my culture.
Okay. So I feel like what a part of the issue is just knowing that it's normal. Like it's normal when you're set in certain ways. It's normal to try new things, and it's normal to be scared when you're trying new things, or it's normal to have that resistance of trying new things. But it's okay to change too. That's a part of that's all. It's all a big triangle or a big circle. You have to change, and sometimes we get comfortable and we get stuck in our old ways, and we're scared. We're resistant. So I think a part of it is just normalizing the situation, just knowing that it's okay. You know, like I grew up like this. I grew up believing my beliefs were Catholic, but now I'm going to try Christianity, and that's totally fine. You know, I like it. My kids like it. You know, it works for my family, so that's good.
Yeah, that's key for me. It works for my family.
Okay.
Because I'm all about making it work for my family. Like I don't want to have to.
So
do anything unpleasant, you know.
So what are your plans? Are your plans to continue to go, or are you thinking about going back to the other church? What are your plans?
I don't think I'm committed
okay.
to like essentially like call myself a Christian or call myself a Catholic. I think I just need to find wherever I'm comfortable and wherever I'm gonna get that spiritual support that I need, you know, as being a young parent. Being young in my profession and, you know, just growing and really wanting to be involved in the community, I feel like Christianity is probably, or the specific church that I'm going to at Discovery, like my beliefs are aligned with them, you know? And that's kind of big for me.
Well, again, I think that's fine. That's totally fine. It's always suggested that you don't commit to something unless you're fully ready to commit. So I think that it's okay that you continue to, you know, I don't really want to say shop around, but can look around and see, like, because if this is something that you really want to do, because again, you could try it and then you could find that it's something that you're not really interested in, and then you're able to make the decision on whether or not you want to continue with this or you want to do something different.
Okay.
So my suggestion, if you're okay with that, would be to continue to go whenever you're able. And, you know, if you like it, that's good. And if not, you look into doing something different for you and your family. Maybe attending a different church because there's other religions outside of Catholic and Christianity. And, again, you have to find what works best for you and your family. Okay? Another thing would be you could journal the things that you like and the things that you don't like. And that could be a start because you can journal and you would compare the good to the bad. And a lot of times they say if the good outweighs the bad, or if the bad outweighs the good, then you may need to do some reevaluating.
Okay.
Okay.
I could definitely journal.
Okay, so that's a good start. Are you okay with us meeting again?
Yeah. I think I'd wanna maybe talk about the journaling part and
Okay.
see.
So how about you go whenever you make it, if you're gonna make it this upcoming Sunday and maybe the next Sunday, you journal your thoughts about it, and then we can discuss your thoughts at our next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming to see me. You have a nice day.
You too.